Hey, beautiful friend. Welcome back to another episode of Mind Body Connection with your girl, Karey Smith. Today we're diving into a subject that is near and dear to my heart. The power of deciding to improve yourself. Yep, I said deciding. Not hoping, not waiting, not overthinking until your brain starts to smoke like an old toaster. Just deciding. Changes. Turn and face the strange changes. Oh, and we're going there today. We're also talking about why some men struggle to change and what you can do to encourage that growth without turning into a nagging motivational speaker in your own house. But before we dive deep, let me ask you something. How many times have you sat in your car after a tough day and thought, if only he would fill in the blank. If only he would listen more. If only he would help more. If only he would grow with me. Sound familiar? Friend, what if I told you that the most powerful thing you can do isn't waiting for him to change? It's deciding that you're going to change with or without him. So grab your matcha, your green smoothie concoction, and pen and paper, and let's go. I want to start today by telling you a story about a woman named Melanie. And yes, I do change the name and identifying details to keep my clients and friends anonymous, but some allow me to share straight up. So Melanie is a mom who works part-time at a dental office, and for years she felt like she was drowning in emotional noise. Her husband Dave was kind, but checked out. He'd go to work, come home, crack a beer, maybe scroll his phone or watch TV until bedtime. Anytime Melanie brought up wanting to go for a walk or talk, or maybe go to church or look into getting some therapy, he'd grunt and say, "You do whatever you need, babe. I'm good." But she knew he wasn't going with her. Melanie was frustrated, lonely, and started to feel invisible. She told me later that she felt like she was living with a roommate who occasionally helped with the mortgage. One day, while folding laundry in the quiet hum of the afternoon, the soft scent of fabric softener floating around her like a memory of something sweeter, her hands moved through the motions, but her mind was somewhere else. Tears welled up unexpectedly, not from a fight, not from a moment of crisis, but from a slow, steady grief of unmet longing. She paused and pressed a warm towel to her chest like armor and whispered into the silence, "I don't need him to change for me to grow." It was like a spotlight shining on her heart. She just knew it was the right thing for her to do. And that was the day she decided. She started simple, journaling in the mornings, 5 minutes before anyone else woke up. She also started listening to uplifting podcasts. She signed up for therapy and set boundaries around the kind of conversations she was willing to have. She stopped waiting for him to go first. She took time to plan her meals and started feeling more energy and positivity rolling in. The beautiful thing is, she didn't do it with anger and resentment. She did it with love. Love for herself and ultimately love for her family. And you know what started to happen? Can you guess? Hallelujah. Dave started to notice. He didn't know exactly what was happening, but her peace and overall better mood made him curious. He started asking questions, started walking with her in the evenings and passing on a side of fries every once in a while. And eventually, he went to therapy too. Now, they work on themselves together. But it started with one woman who decided, "I'm deciding to grow, period." And I'm so proud of her. Before we move on, I want you to pause. What is one thing that you've been waiting for someone else to change? Maybe write it down. Now, what is one thing you could do for yourself starting today? Let's talk about the psychology of change for a second. Because when someone resists change, especially a man, it's not usually laziness, it's fear in a baseball cap. Our brains are wired for survival, not transformation. Change means stepping into the unknown, and the brain often says, "Yeah, hard pass. I'm very comfortable where I am, thank you." The mind does what it thinks you want it to do. If a man has been taught that vulnerability equals weakness, then his brain will literally avoid change because it feels like a threat to his identity. How can he chance being seen as less than or weak? Real men don't cry, right? Most men were never taught the emotional tools that they need to self-reflect. They were taught how to fix cars, not how to fix coping mechanisms or even recognize them. Plus, let's be honest, if his needs are being met, dinner is made, the house is clean, no one's pushing him too hard, why would he want to leave his comfort zone? He'll probably think about updating his gaming console or getting a bigger TV before he updates his emotional software, my sweet. But here's what I've learned in conversations with lots of women. Men also resist change because they're often carrying shame that they don't even know how to name. They might feel like they're already failing as husbands or fathers. So the idea of working on themselves feels like admitting they're broken. Think about it this way. If someone came to you and said, "Hey, you need to change everything about how you parent because you're doing it wrong," wouldn't you get defensive? That's often what men hear when we suggest growth, even when that's not what we mean. The truth is, most men want to be better partners and fathers. They just don't know where to start, and they're probably afraid of looking weak in the process. So how can we encourage him to grow? Here's the part where we shift from frustration to empowerment. You can't force someone to change, but you can influence it with these tools. Model the change first. Your healing becomes a mirror, so let your peace speak louder than your pressure. When you start showing up differently, calmer, more confident, less reactive, it creates curiosity. People notice when you stop being who you used to be. So ask, don't accuse. Try. I wonder how we could grow together stronger. Instead of, why won't you ever change? The energy behind your words matters more than the words themselves. Speak to his identity. I see you as a strong man who leads with love. Can I share something that would help us both? Then you're not attacking his character. You're appealing to who he wants to be. Give him tools, not tasks. So share a podcast or a story. Let him explore at his own pace without judgment. Men often need to feel like they've discovered something themselves rather than being handed a to-do list. Celebrate progress, not perfection. Even if he tries one new thing, cheer him on. Men respond to encouragement over criticism every time. Create safe spaces for vulnerability. If he opens up even a little bit, resist the urge to fix or analyze. Just listen. Say, "Thank you for sharing that with me." When men feel safe being vulnerable, they're more likely to continue growing. A little takeaway from that for you, I just want you to remember your peace is your power. Tool time, it's tool time with Karey. Okay, that was stupid. This is tool time. Let's go. These tools are all about some changes you can make with or without your partner. Tool number 1, personal declaration statement. Write this somewhere where you'll see it daily. I choose to grow. Even if I grow alone right now, I'm safe, I'm loved, and I am enough. Tool number 2 is the 2% rule. You don't need to do a full makeover overnight. Just consider improving by 2% each day. Small, consistent steps equal massive transformation. So what is one thing you could do to be 2% better today? Tool number 3, relationship growth conversation starter. So just ask this. What is one area you'd love to grow in this year? I would love to support you, and I'd really love your support in ways that I want to grow too. Let that be a doorway, not a demand. Tool number 4, the mirror exercise. Yep, mirrors are good for more than just brushing your hair and teeth. For the next week, every time you catch yourself wishing others would change something, ask yourself, what would I do if no one else was ever going to change this thing? Then do that thing. It isn't about giving up on your relationships. It's just about taking back your power. Tool number 5, gratitude before growth. Before you bring up anything about growth or change to someone in your life, start with genuine gratitude. I love how hard you work. I love your sense of humor. I love that you're willing to have these conversations and listen to me. People are more open to growth when they feel valued first. Okay, I have a little challenge for you. I want you to pick one tool from today's episode and use it every day this week. Then I would love it if you would share it with me or on my Facebook page or send me an email. That way I can share your progress and cheer you on. Now let me share something that might be uncomfortable, but it needs to be said. Sometimes the reason we're focused on changing our partner is because we're avoiding changing ourselves. I had a good friend say recently, Karey, I've been trying to get my husband to go to therapy for 3 years. But when I finally looked at myself, I realized I was avoiding dealing with my own anxiety by focusing on his problems. Ouch. Sometimes our desire to fix someone else is actually a distraction from our own growth work. And that's okay, because awareness is the first step. The beautiful thing about deciding to grow yourself is that it takes pressure off your relationships and puts the focus where it belongs, on the person you have most control over, you. Here's another question I get asked a lot. But what if my husband or mom and dad or best friend never changes? What if I grow and they stay the same? First, let me remind you that you're not responsible for others' growth. You're only responsible for yours. And your growth is never wasted, regardless of what someone else does. Second, when you become the healthiest version of yourself, you naturally attract healthier relationships. Sometimes that means your current relationship rises to meet you. Sometimes it means you realize you deserve better. Either way, you win. Now, I'm not telling you to leave your partner, husband, family. I'm telling you to love yourself enough to grow, regardless of what they choose to do. Your healing and your peace is your gift to yourself and to the world. So don't let anyone else's timeline determine your transformation. Here's what I want to leave you with today. Don't wait for anyone else to decide your healing timeline. You have the power to shift your life starting right now, just like Melanie. Even if your partner isn't ready, your decision to grow is the seed that can change the whole ecosystem of your home. And listen, if you're sitting there thinking, this sounds great, but I don't even know where to start, that's exactly where most of us begin, maybe a little confused and overwhelmed, but ready for something different. Keep on waiting, waiting on the world to change. I encourage you today to make a decision. Don't wait, because change starts with you. And I believe in you. You got this. And I'm with you every step of the way. I have a question for you that I would love for you to answer in the comments. If you can let me know, what was your biggest takeaway from today's episode or any previous episode? I would also love to know, what's one change that you're committing to this week? I would really love to hear from you. And again, I would love to cheer you on. So next week, we're talking about hormonal mental health issues. It's going to be really good. I mean, many women know about hormone issues. Some don't know that hormones are a huge part of why you're struggling with overall health in your mind and body. I hope you tune in. It's going to be really good. Also, don't forget to download some of my free mental health guides on my website. And look up my Facebook group. I would love you to come there and connect and ask questions, maybe get some advice, whatever you need on your journey. We are all better when we do life together. I'll put all the links in the show notes. And if you're ready for deeper support, you can book a 30-minute call with me. I'm always here. I would also love it if you'd reach out either by email or comment and let me know if there's any subjects that you'd like me to cover in coming episodes. I'm so grateful for all of you that listen often. Until next time, keep healing, keep growing. Hey, keep singing if you love it as much as me. And don't forget, be a little kinder to yourself today.